It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Friday, March 25th. I'm James Spann. The weather nice and quiet today and tomorrow. However, showers and storms come back before the Easter weekend is over. And could there be a risk of strong to severe storms Sunday? And maybe another chance next week. It's March, busy time of the year, so here we go. That's water vapor satellite view as the day begins. The trough that brought the active weather yesterday rotating onto the east. A big mass of storms in the Gulf Coast helped to mitigate the severe weather up this way yesterday. And that midday rain we had, keeping the air cool and stable. So severe weather was a no-show for the northern half of Alabama yesterday, and nobody is griping about that. It's cooler this morning, down to 41 at Haleyville. Birmingham at 51. We'll be in the 60s today, then we go in the 70s tomorrow as the weekend begins. Around the nation, pretty cold up around the Great Lakes. They're well below freezing this morning. And fairly mild in the southeast on the South Atlantic coast. They could see some more active storms today. That's the watch warning map. Winter storm warnings for parts of upper New England. Freeze warnings for parts of Missouri and Kansas, Oklahoma. Otherwise, things are relatively quiet. This is the severe weather outlook today. A marginal risk on the Atlantic coast of Florida, from Jacksonville down to about West Palm Beach. Tomorrow, we've got marginal risks over parts of Oklahoma, on the Gulf Coast, including Mobile, and over central Florida, including Orlando. And on day 3, this is Easter Sunday, we've got a marginal risk from the Gulf Coast up into Kentucky, and the standard slight risk now has been defined for the northwestern corner of our state, over into North Mississippi, western and middle Tennessee, and parts of southern Kentucky. And, of course, we'll take a look at this in just a moment. And the rain for the next 5 days, valid through Wednesday morning of next week. The big numbers on the Gulf Coast, the bullseye, a little over 4 inches north of Panama City Beach, around Marianna, Florida. In our state, the amounts vary from 2 inches in South Alabama down to a ½ inch over the northern counties of the state. So let's go in there and check it out. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid today at 1 o'clock local time. We've got broad troughing to the west, and again, for us, we'll have a nice day today. Pretty decent amount of sunshine with a high in the mid-60s. Both the NAM and the GFS are at 66. Tomorrow, a mostly sunny and mild Saturday to kick off the weekend. We turn warmer with mid-70s likely. Both the NAM and the GFS are at 76 tomorrow. There'll be some scattered clouds about, but a nice day. And again, you can see rain down to the south. If you're on the beach, could be some rain for Panama City, Fort Walton, Destin, maybe Gulf Shores. But again, the rest of the state will be dry. This is Easter Sunday. There's your next trough rotating through. The better dynamic forcing north of here, but moisture surges back. And the GFS now looking relatively wet. Let's check the high-res NAM. This is Sunday morning at 7 o'clock. Got Easter sunrise services. I don't know. Looks relatively wet. There'll be some spots with no rain, but looks like if you got something planned outdoors for Easter Sunday, whether it's a sunrise service or an Easter egg hunt or whatever, you might need to move it in. We'll go to 1 o'clock Sunday. Most widespread rain perhaps over the central and southern counties along and south of Interstate 59, but that certainly looks pretty wet for us. I don't think it rains all day, but it should rain a pretty good chunk of the day. And fairly mild, the afternoon temperature should be up in the 70s. Check the severe weather parameters. Again, the high-res NAM runs out to 60 hours, so this is the latest we've got here. This is Sunday at 1 o'clock. This is the instability. The better values are over South Mississippi and Louisiana at that point. This is the low-level jet, 850 millibars, and there's basically not one, and that's good. That doesn't certainly suggest any severe weather. And the storm relative helicity values are higher over in northern Georgia. So it looks a little discombobulated for now, and I'd say any severe weather chance looks very minimal here. But hey, this is March in Alabama. Got to watch these, and we'll do that as we get closer. Let's go to Monday. We're back in dry air. A little cooler. Monday's high dropping back in the 60s. You see that 1023 high dropping in. The GFS is showing 65. And Tuesday morning will be pretty cool. Some of the colder pockets could see 30s, most spots low 40s. But we warm nicely into the low 70s Tuesday afternoon. And we note that deep surface low northeast of Denver. It looks very snowy for the Rockies. Wednesday, that thing is up in the Dakotas, 985 millibars. And again, you can see showers and storms down through the length of the Mississippi River Valley. And it looks like some of the rain could begin to creep in here maybe Wednesday afternoon and certainly Wednesday night. And then this is Wednesday night at midnight. Surface low is approaching the Canadian border with a band of showers and storms in here. So Wednesday night looks stormy. And then Thursday, the surface low just sits up there, and the front is still a little north of us. So we'll mention a chance of showers and storms Wednesday night into at least part of the day Thursday. Strong to severe storms always possible with systems like this, but it's too early to call. This doesn't look like a major threat with the surface low so far north, but again, we'll watch it as it gets closer. This thing is almost a week away, and this is Friday, April 1st. No fooling. Look at that cold vortex developing over Canada. And this is still showing some lingering showers down in southeast Alabama. This is the end of the forecast period, Sunday, April 3rd. And wow, that's a cold look for the eastern third of the country. That would be dry and very chilly if this is right. Look at the anomalies. The bullseye's up over the Dakotas. That is really cold. It's like over 30 degrees below average, and down here we're 10 to 20 degrees below average, and that could drive another frost freeze threat. Like I say, this is no surprise here if you watch these videos. Here's the ensemble numbers. You can see the spike down around April 4th, 5th, and 6th. Somewhere in there, we're probably going to see another frost freeze issue. I think those numbers will be coming down, so growers, beware. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.